They have consistently taken sets from Rates, from Wills, from Curry Governor, from Minimo, from Lito in their region. They are a player so strong, but they're a player that's been around for a while at that level. Revenga, I think you could say, has been on the up and up.
Yeah, and on to PS2, we are going for the first game. And I want to kind of hit on that a second before we really get into this. Yoshi is not a normal matchup. And you know what? I think the North don't have a Yoshi.
Not to my knowledge, I believe they have Trickster Tricks? Or is that the link?
I do not know.
Jester. Jester is their one. Yoshi. And though also accomplished in their own right, I'm not sure they quite fall to Revenga's caliber, who is actually frequently now taking sets off some of the best of Wales, off Soroya, off RMH, took Longo to game 3. This is a player, as of recent, she has been incredibly strong and is now looking after an early deficit to show that strength, using great use of that ledge to sort of stall out those options and then mount her own offense. This is already a really interesting game 1.
I have not seen a Yoshi that comfortable to just sit around ledge for, you know, a good 10-15 seconds for a long time.
Oh, I'm quite used to Yoshi being quite scared there.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Badly, that's your stock, right? Revenga doesn't care.
But, I mean, we've been talking about this, and in the process, Trillbi has just gone, I have a sword, and you know what, Dinosaur? You don't beat my sword.
Yeah, and you certainly don't beat my edge guarding either, as the 2 down tilts will take care of Revenga stocks with only 49% onto Trillbi. As we've been speaking about Revenga, Trillbi has just been saying, yeah, let me just remind you of why I was at that top. Let me remind you of that top 8, because they have been working incredibly hard, even up till now, even through all the rough patches, to stand here today in this winners qualifier.
But Revenga is not messing around. That was some of the cleanest 20 seconds of combo and just reads I've seen in a while.
The way that she piloted Yoshi, using her movement and her unique aggressive options to shut down the Roy's path, was really well done.
And I think that's also worth mentioning is that Yoshi off stage is very good at edge guarding Roy. That LB is not safe in the slightest.
Oh no, not
Yoshi throws that big foot out and...
Yoshi can throw out as many foots as you want, Cara, but what's a foot to a sword? What's a foot to a sword? As Trillbi gets a huge read off of all that aggression, juggling Revenga into a great read on the air dodge, into the F smash to take away that second stock, and it's now lapped her percent already. This is such a strong Trillbi we're seeing today. We said swings and roundabouts. Right now it's a roller coaster, and we are seeing the peaks from Trillbi as they amount to such an impressive aggression against Revenga, getting the biggest reads possible.
Yeah, the real question is, like, is this going to swing back? Are we going to get another bounce of Yoshi aggression? But it's not looking like it, is it?
I think you'll agree with me, it's looking really hard right now. Roy, so prolific with his kill moves. 97% on that Yoshi already. It is going to be incredibly hard for Revenga to recover from, unless you can get
the side
right
B.
Now. An interesting egg lay puts her in a bad situation, unless she gets a huge reversal, puts Trillbi in the air, can't quite catch them, and it's now looking to get back on stage. But Trillbi is cutting off their space so well.
Trillbi is moving so well, and that F smash is, F tilt is just going to catch the Yoshi roll.
Yeah,
really good first game by them, honestly.
I want to point out, that's a pretty common option when you're at high percent. When you are put to that ledge, when their opponent is lingering quite close to it, when you just want to get away from a ledge situation as quick as possible, which obviously when you're at 121, you want to escape immediately. Your life is in danger. People often attempt an immediate roll.
Yep.
And the knowledgeable players towards that, the very aggressive players like Trillbi, are very knowledgeable of that habit, of that general consensus, and are ready to milk it for all it's worth. As they do so, taking the first game with a commanding 2-stock.
Yeah, that was a very nice game 1 for sure. Trillbi is looking very, very strong. Nice parry to up B there.
Yeah, and that's the tempo thing we mentioned from Hen versus Hayes all that time ago. Trillbi knows exactly when to put on the damage and then when to put on the brakes. Wait for them to come in, get a big punish, and extend that advantage state further. It's really, really well played from them. Though, Revenga does have something to say about all of our compliments. She wants the limelight a bit more, as she has put on 90% of her own and looks well positioned to get that kill potentially with that egg leg.
This is definitely an even first off for sure. I think the big thing I kind of noticed in game 1 is that Yoshi likes to jump over ledge, right? Yoshi doesn't want to go to the ledge, and Roy just doesn't really allow you to do that.
No, not at all.
And I'm not sure how that was unsafe down.
Yeah, it was Revenga going for a big setup there, hoping for like the guaranteed kill from the egg lay, but Trillbi, knowledgeable to it, doesn't allow for it. and is now once again a stock up and in a great position. Revenga has a lot more percent this time, but still, it is Trillbi putting on 67 before they even managed to lose that.
Ooh, went for the card recounter, but Revenga nicely patient, waited for it, went for the up air.
Now, Revenga has a bit of work ahead of her, I think you'll agree, as she needs now to somehow mount on 85% without getting touched by this incredibly angry adolescent child.
First thing, she's got to get out the corner.
Yeah.
Trillbi has been very good at this set about keeping that Yoshi near the legs when they put them there.
But right now, Revenga's actually making great use of her hitboxes to hurtbox shift around Trillbi, instead opting it for movement and then punishing the aggressive options that Trillbi comes out with. I think had a great space down tilt and more damage racked on, and she's managed to tie it up.
Yeah, for sure. Using the range on that grab, I think, really well to kind of go, oh, you're sitting there where you think you're safe? Well, you're not safe from my tongue. Like,
almost gets the drag down confirmed off the back air, but right now we've seen Revenga for the first time with a lead, Emerald.
Doesn't read the tech in, doesn't quite get it off there, Trillbi, but back in an edge guard situation, can they...
Egg layer, I don't think they have a double jump. Oh, they do, okay.
This set is just, this game is so close. I do not know who's going to take this stock first.
Yeah, but that frame 3 Nair is making great use right now, just cutting off all of Roy's wrong options. Trillbi gets caught on the platform, and Revenga is happy to assist them to get to even greater heights.
Now the question is Revenga going to be able to put on some damage before this stock gets taken back?
Right now.
Lost double jump,
Yeah, Trillbi, even with those sour spots, even with that one crucial weakness of Roy's, Trillbi has been able to just make such good use of it, having such great mastery of the character, and takes the stock with it so effectively.
That's the thing, right? Even the sour spot will take away the double jump, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Not too much in that situation specifically.
I love Revenga's newfound patience of getting back onto the stage, and I love these aggression options. Even more great extension for 80%. Locked on to Trillbi.
Revenga's taken the lead in this game for sure.
First we had a small lead, and now we have a bit of a dominating one. 60% between the two players. Right now Revenga is in a great position. Trillbi's up in the air, retreats to the platform. Great option of trying to escape that aggression, but Revenga's not letting them go.
Nice grab there for sure, back into a ledge trap situation. Goes for the down air, back air, back onto stage.
Just a little bait, beautiful trick from Revenga to set Trillbi onto the other ledge. And now Trillbi's kind of stuck at the ledge here. They're looking to get a big read again, but can't quite find it.
Got the parry, but couldn't get anything off it. Was that quick nair of Yoshi's. Again, that quick nair coming out just to get that neutral get up.
I'm surprised. Oh my goodness. I was going to say I'm surprised to not see like the nair trying to trade with the up B, but Revenga doesn't need it, as a great use of that drag down hitbox from the back air sends Trillbi spiraling to the lasso.
That's a crazy hitbox on that back air when you hit only the first 2 hits and they just go down.
Yeah, it's a move of a million uses, some would say.
Sure.
The first hit confirms, the second hit confirms, oh, and the third hit kills.
So then the second hit also kills downwards sometimes.
And it all is safe.
Yeah. Yoshi loves to use those safe hitboxes. But game 3, I wasn't sure after game 1 whether we were going to get another game 3 set, but Revenga played a beautiful game 2 to bring us to this situation.
Yeah, after a domineering 2 stock, Trillbi has managed to really, Revenga has managed to really set the pace back in her favor, as she is the one that takes the early lead this time around. This is a whole new Revenga, Emerald.
I am wondering whether Trillbi is being a bit too aggressive into this Yoshi right now.
Yeah, because what we're seeing a lot from Revenga now are these space shots, which is down tilts, that manage to low profile a lot of Trillbi's aerial approaches. So I think Revenga has taken a step to figure out how to play this matchup a bit more smart, whereas Trillbi perhaps hasn't put the same thought to it and is kind of relying on their pure fundamentals to mount a victory.
I think if you went back to game 1, you'd see that what Trillbi was getting a lot of percent off was punishing Revenga's approaches, her mistakes in the approaching. Whereas it feels like in this game we're doing the opposite. And yes, it's still an even game. I'm slightly worried for that continuing to go forwards if Trillbi doesn't change that.
Oh, what a match from Revenga getting out of that grab incredibly quickly, but Trillbi's going to get a huge punish. One thing we've yet to comment on, despite having a bad recovery, Yoshi's a very heavy boy.
That was clean.
Yeah, not heavy enough for that.
No, no. That was a very, well, I think Trillbi kind of made that up on the spot, but it was beautifully done, that's for sure.
Yeah, what a conversion off of, that's what we said. Trillbi's great at using those sour spots. They've in fact even learnt the sour spot confirms into their kill moves, and it has given them that stock lead after an early deficit. Beautiful work from Trillbi, making back their own adaptations with their characters. This is what we wanted to see. Emerald and Trillbi, incredible player that they are, applies it immediately.
They are racking up the damage for sure in the second stock. They have kind of done the opposite of what they were doing in stock 1 and going, cool Yoshi, now you have to come into me because I'm ahead.
It would seem to me that the lead is incredibly critical in this matchup.
Yes, I agree.
Whoever has to approach is sort of given a disadvantage. But Revenga is not going to want to stay on that disadvantage long enough, as she's now going to try and rack on a much more percent onto Trillbi. That early advantage of Yoshi's is incredibly good, but they can't quite find anything just yet.
I am seeing a lot of these attempts at up B out of shield. Oh, what a catch there does take the stock. Revenga on her last stock then now. Let's see what she can do with it. But it looks like Trillbi is not messing around. Instantly 50%
Yeah, this
on
is
the
shades
board.
of game 1 all over again, Emerald. This is what we saw that first time around, where Trillbi, just using their beautiful advantage shape, managed to get way more percent on Revenga. Revenga's trying to answer back, but Trillbi still has a lot of tricks in their sleeve. Catches, there's no jump.
That Edo just gets him to ledge, goes to the F smash, but Revenga goes over that, goes to the tech read.
Revenga now trying to put pressure on that ledge, escapes the S-Smash, which could have been curtains, and right now really needs the stock in order to get back into the game, but Trillbi's not letting go of her.
And that up smash not quite going to do enough.
Heavy boy. Gets to the platform, great escape from Revenga. Now they're looking for a kill. Sets him in a tech chase situation, but can't quite find it either. Trillbi has done an amazing job of holding onto this stock.
I'm scared, Yoshi's in the corner.
Just too high percent for that sweet spot to confirm. Revenga is counting her blessings right now. The question is, will she make use of that gift from God, or will Trillbi steal it?
Trillbi's ledge trapping was so good there. Every time that they got Revenga in a corner, it felt like Revenga wasn't getting out of that corner.
No, not at all.
For sure.
That was beautifully done from Trillbi, who will now be